Good evening, race fans. Welcome to the Dirt Racing Network's live coverage of the Hales Corners Speedway Sim Racing Series. USA Speedway, the site of tonight's events. Street stocks on track first for you. Late models will follow them. 19 street stocks checked in currently here at this big half-mile speedway. It's actually 6/10 of a mile. Feels like we've been off for a month, but we've only been gone a week. A little bit of a different show for you last week with these guys, but we are back on track now. Back to our normally scheduled racing. Appreciate everybody taking the time to tune in tonight. I am working my way over to take a look at the points right now. Got about 5 minutes left in our practice session. If you were with us last week, you saw a special event from these guys. They did 305 sprint cars and UMP modifieds. It was a heck of a show. It was a lot of fun. Street stock points as they sit heading into tonight. 255 points atop the standings. Reed Rundle, the 43 machine. 247 points. Nick Sobiek in second. Andy Gross, 244 points in third. And then J.J. Schilling and Rick Tackman inside your top five in points there. I know I saw Rundle. I was pretty sure I did see Andy Gross in here. I do not see. There he is. Rick Tackman, 16th quickest right now in practice, but still in the server. Full week of racing lined up for you here on the Dirt Racing Network. 2 shows tonight with Hales Corner. Tomorrow night, Dirt Slingers. Monday Night Thunder, their 360 Wing Sprint Car Series. Wednesday night, Wichita Tire and Alignment Wednesday Warrior Series, UMP Modifieds. And then again on Thursday night with the Dirt Slingers in their Wicked Energy Gun 410 Outlaw Series. Tuesdays will be coming back soon, very soon. Probably right after the first of the year if everything stays the way that it is looking.
Come into the
Get that muted so we don't have to hear the drivers' meeting. They are about to get their drivers' meeting underway. We will head for our pre-race ceremonies here when they get ready to head for qualifying. In the meantime, need to make a little technical adjustment, so we are going to show you this right here. All right, back at it. About a minute and 15 seconds left in the practice session. We're getting ready to go to our pre-race ceremonies, our Invocation International Anthem, while these guys get prepared for their qualifying attempts. 21 cars now checked into the pit area. We will have a full feature for you tonight. And it is time for pre-race ceremonies. We turn it over to public address.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
And now, please welcome Pastor Sam Foley from Port Orange, Florida, to deliver tonight's invocation.
Father, we ask today that you protect and bless those who participate in this race. May they use good sportsmanship and respect for each other. And we'll thank you and praise you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Green, green, green.
Interesting. All right, heat race number 2. The next time out of turn 4, which will be right about there, we'll get the green flag. And we will get our next 5 transfer cars into the A main. You see Ryan Fisher, a little bit of a problem for him. He had to drop back, maybe adjust the steering wheel or something. Now he's going to get back to our point. We're going green this time with heat race number 2. One more heat race on tap for you. All right, pace truck headed in. Green flag about to drop right there. Green flag. Heat race number 2 underway. Oh, Tackman got a little tap from behind, I think, from Rundle. Got him just a little out of shape. He got into the right side of Fisher. But he is going to have enough momentum going through turns 1 and 2 to come away with the lead down the back stretch on lap number 1. Now Fisher. Rundle's on the outside. Schilling right behind. Enoch in behind that. Enoch drove it in deep. Got into the left side of Rundle's number 43. Cuts it down low. He is going to come out of there with a bid for third. Didn't make it happen. So he had to back the car up just a little bit, and both Schilling and Rundle got back around. We're going to go back to the front here as soon as these guys sort this out and watch the battle for the lead as Schilling is working, it's Fisher working over Tackman. Schilling is into the third spot ahead of Enoch and Rundle right now. Butcher trying to play catch-up from the 6th spot. Looks like Tackman now has secured the lead away by 2-3 car lengths over Ryan Fisher. Dang it, that hurt. Schilling slid the car wide in 2, opened up the door. Enoch down to the bottom. And Jason Enoch make the run down the backstretch and take 3rd place away from Schilling. You're watching your points leader sit there in 5th, right behind that 2 wide as we got a battle for the lead. Fisher now alongside Tackman. Those two rubbing and bumping down the front stretch. Almost a dead heat at the line this time. Fisher with a little bit of an advantage as they go through turn 2. Will he still have it down the backstretch? Half a car length right now. Ryan Fisher, your new leader, into turn number 3. He's going to keep that 41 machine stuck down on the bottom. Come out of turn 4, slides across the nose of Tackman's car. New leader at the line, Ryan Fisher. Tackman second, Schilling is third. Rundle now has gotten around Enoch while we were watching the battle for the lead. He is in 4th. And Jason Enoch directly in front of Jim Butcher has that 5th and all-important final transfer spot. Schilling now closing in on this top 2 battle. It's Tackman unrelenting, still trying to keep the 67 in there. Gets it out of shape, opens up the door. Here comes Schilling to the inside. Schilling up to 2nd at the line by 1/4 of a car. Now with the door open, Rundle's trying to make a bid to take 3rd away from Tackman. Schilling's got the spot. Now Tackman under fire from Rundle. Good battle right here down into 3 and 4. Tackman, once he opened up the door and gave up the lead, he is starting to go back through the field. He's all the way back to 4th now as they come out of turn 4. Rundle has 3rd away from him. 4 laps to go that time by top 6. Still all within striking distance of the lead. Rundle with a mistake in 1 and 2. Tackman back by into 3rd. 66 car of Jason Enoch still holding on to the 5th and final direct transfer spot, but the 117 of Jim Butcher looks to the inside. That time Tackman, big mistake on the exit of 4, opens the door back up. Rundle goes around. Now Enoch's trying to get to the high side. Enoch wide in 1 and 2. That's going to leave Tackman at the bottom, and he's going to have a run out of 2, and he's going to hold on to 4th. Enoch now giving himself just a little bit of space over Butcher as they come to the 2 to go mark. down the front stretch into turns 1 and 2. Ryan Fisher, J.J. Schilling, Reed Rundle, R.J. Tackman, Jason Enoch, your top 5. Schilling trying to find a way to get in there, diamond the corner, get a run on the exit. Don't think it's going to materialize for him. White flag in the air. Fisher keeping the 41 car in a pretty good position to get the run off the exit down where it's still pretty tacky. Now with the nose to the outside. Will Schilling take a chance, drive deep into 3 and 4 and see if the outside is there yet? Does exactly that. Didn't work. Now the cut under crossover move out of 4. I don't think he's got it. Fisher's going to win heat race number 2. Schilling a close second. Then Rundle, Tackman, and Enoch, your top 5. So 2 heat races in the book. 1 more to go. On the pole for heat race number 3, the I-94 Raceway, number 17 from Slinger, Wisconsin, Dean Burnt. And on his outside, in the Burnside Motorsports, number 55 out of Franklin, Wisconsin, John Burnside. Second row on the inside, 15 car of David Kinjerski. And on the outside of him, the Scrub-A-Dub Car Wash, Black Flag Racing, number 8 from Waterford, Wisconsin, Peter Brees. Third row on the inside, the Sorens Ford, number 11 from Menominee Falls, Wisconsin, Ricky Johnson. And to his outside, Jordan Matson, the 18 machine. And on the back row by himself in the 4 car is going to be Justin Blackburn. Yeah, apparently the mute button did not click all the way off when I clicked it, so we missed heat race number 1. Appreciate everybody tuning in. If you're over on Twitch and YouTube, be sure you hit the subscribe button. If you're on any of the Facebook pages, drop by the Dirt Racing Network. Like, share, and definitely follow. On our way to 10,000, over 9,800 followers now. Putting some plans together for a 10,000 followers big event. Going to have some fan prizes. Going to have some driver prizes. Do some fun stuff. It'll be after the first of the year for sure. So green this time. Heat race number 3, third and final heat race of the street stock session. Number 17 of Dean Burnt on our pole for us for heat race number 3. Green flag in the air, and Burnside got a great start on the outside of the front row, and he is going to lead us into turns 1 and 2. Dean Burnt across that big bump there. And I got the car a little bit out of shape. Opens the door for David Kinjerski in the 15 to have the inside down the backstretch and into turns 3 and 4. Kinjerski's going to hang on to second right until there. Almost got into Burnside. He had to check the car up. Everybody behind him wisely checking up as well. And it's Burnside, Kinjerski, Burnt, Brees, and Johnson at the line. 11 car of Ricky Johnson now. Whoa, whole lot of action with Burnt, Brees. Now Matson's in it. Johnson got a little piece of it. Shaking up our top 5 for sure right now. Burnside and Kinjerski gone. Ricky Johnson in third, has a pretty healthy gap between himself and the front 2 and the next 2 behind him. As Burnt, Madsen, and Brees all battle for 4th and 5th right here. 2 go straight to the A main. One of them's going to the B. Right now, Dean Burnt in 4th. Peter Brees settles into 5th. Jordan Matson and then Justin Blackburn. Matson, good runs out of the corner, and he closes up, just not enough to get there and force somebody to get off their line. Oh, that time Brees found the inside wall. He gets turned by Blackburn in behind him. So that opens it up for the 18 of Matson to take over 5th, and he's going to have a pretty comfortable gap. Just keep that 18 car pointed in the right direction for the next 6 laps, and he'll be good to go for the feature. Kinjerski around Burnside now has the lead. So we're ready to complete our 4th of 10. Heat race number 3. Well, I'm glad Maddie's watching again. Hope she's enjoying the show tonight. Kinjerski, half a second in front of Burnside. Ricky Johnson closes in, drove it deep into 3. Had to check the car pretty hard. Got it out of shape. Now he's hit the fence. That is going to shake things up pretty good for him. Watch him, see if he can get spun around. He's going to allow Blackburn and Brees both to get around him as he backs the car into the fence now. Still sitting in turns 3 and 4. Now removes the car. So Ricky Johnson will be in our B main for sure tonight. Kinjerski in front of Burnside. Dean Burnt a good distance back, but Matson now closing the gap on him. That's 3rd and 4th, and then Justin Blackburn has 5th in front of Peter Brees. Three and a half laps to go. Down at the front stretch to see the 3 to go signal. Kinjerski into 1 and 2 sideways. Burnside right behind that. Watch Dean Burnt. Jordan Matson now closing the gap back up on the 18. Coming out of 4 to get the 2 to go signal. Two pairs, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Kinjerski and Burnside, Burnt and Matson. Now Peter Brees has gotten around Justin Blackburn to take that 5th and all-important direct transfer spot away. Final lap, white flag in the air. See the 5th place car just now at the start-finish line as we look ahead off the exit of 2. David Kinjerski for the final time down the backstretch in heat race number 3 into 3 and 4. Can he hang on for 2 more corners? Pick up the win and punch his ticket to the A-Main. Looks like he's going to do that easily. John Burnside will go with him. And then Matson and Burnt heat race at the line. Those two side by side. They give it to Matson by 3 1/1000ths. Burnt is 4th, and then Peter Brees comes home and takes that 5th and final transfer spot. We will see Justin Blackburn and Ricky Johnson in the B main, which is scheduled to start right now. Six cars. I think it's 15 laps. Top 5 go to the A main. The 1 remaining car will be finished for the evening. It will be Hull on the point with Blackburn to his outside. Butcher and Gagliano in row 2, and Steve Nicholas, Ricky Johnson in the 3rd row. All right. Not this time by, but the next time they come out of turn 4. Last chance to get into tonight's street stock feature. right, lights off on our pace truck. He will duck in at the exit of turn 4. Green flag will fall out shortly after that. No caution periods yet. We will not have those until we get to our A main. Brandon Hull on the point. Justin Blackburn to his outside.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag in the air. B main. 14 laps underway. Top 5 move into the back of our feature. The one remaining car will be done for the street stock portion of our show tonight. Contact at the back. Saw Ricky Johnson get just a little bit sideways. Gagliano bumped him, then bumps the fence. Now Justin Blackburn backwards. There goes Gagliano's car upside down. Let's see what happened to Blackburn here. Down the back stretch. Just a little out of shape. The 7 car of Steve Nicholas moved up to the outside, and Blackburn, I guess, didn't know he was there, tried to close off that gap. That is going to relegate him to going to the pits. Don't know if he or Gagliano will be the transfer car yet. We'll know at the end of the race because both of them are in the infield. So 4 cars out here. And our lap count keeps changing. It said 14 when the green flag dropped. It says all kinds of numbers are going into it now. I don't have any idea how many laps we're going to run because it's changing from moment to moment. But it's Brandon Hull, Jim Butcher, Ricky Johnson, and Steve Nicholas, your top 4 right now. Justin Blackburn in 5th, and Dean Gagliano is the 6th place car. Currently the way they're scored, so I'm not sure who's going to transfer out of those two since they both went in on the same lap. So now 13 laps is what is showing stuck on the board. And we are working lap number 4. Take a look at our side view cam. Now I'll look from the helmet cam. We'll get on Ricky Johnson. He is in behind Jim Butcher. Watch Ricky down here over the bump in turn 1 on the inside. Up on the grass with the left side tires. And you heard the rev of the engine. She spun the tires a little bit getting through there. Didn't close it up at all that time. Good job up here with Jim Butcher and see what he's hearing out of his car. About halfway through the last chance qualifier. Trying to keep that left side right in that dark strip at the bottom right above the grass. Did a pretty good job that time. No closer to your leader, Brandon Hull. Ricky Johnson not closing the gap on Jim Butcher. And Steve Nicholas is maintaining about the same gap, about 4 seconds. Brandon Hull making it look pretty easy here in the B-Main. Track starting to get pretty slick. Big, wide, slick groove through both sets of corners now. He is able to take the 99 machine and put it right in the middle of that slick. And still maintain about 1.5 seconds here. That time Butcher got wide. Johnson able to get close to alongside. Maybe gave him a little engine sound in that left window right there. Butcher kept the hammer down, and he's going to hang on to second, taking the wide angle around 1 and 2. Hull out of 4. 4 laps to go this time. Once again, Ricky Johnson had a pretty good run up to the exit of turn 4, just not able to stay alongside of the 117 of Butcher. Steve Nicholas still about the same distance behind Ricky Johnson as he was when we checked on him a few laps ago. He's using a wider line up there in turns 3 and 4. Trying to move that cushion out. Right in through the middle, takes it up out to where the marbles are in 1 and 2. And Brandon Hall now starting to stretch the lead. Increased it to 2.25 seconds. Two to go for Brandon Hall. Now Butcher and Johnson. They were closer again. Johnson keeps getting the run in 3 and 4, but not able to get alongside and make anything of it off of the exits. So white flag in hand for our starter. Brandon Hall sees it first. And then Butcher, Johnson, Nicholas. The remaining cars on the track. It's still scoring Justin Blackburn in the 5th position. I'm not sure if he's going to get that transfer spot over Gagliano or not. We'll just have to see once it's all over with. Oh, Brandon Hall with a big blink in 3 and 4. He's going to pick up the checkered flag. He's going to the AMA. Jim Butcher, Ricky Johnson, Steve Nicholas going with him. And we'll see who transfers out of those remaining 2 cars when we get to our starting grid for our feature race, which is now. These guys waste no time getting along. Gagliano going to pick up that transfer spot. So the 34 car going into our feature back there. So it'll be John Burnside and J.J. Schilling on the front row for our 25-lap feature. Row 2, Chris Johnson, David Konjerski. Row 3, Ryan Fisher and Randy Brunner. Andy Gross and Reed Rundle in row 4. Your points leader and third in the points in row number 4. Second in the points on the outside of row number 1. The 5th row, Jordan Matson and Nick Sobiak. Row 6, R.J. Tackman and Dean Burnt. Kyle Trito and Jason Enoch in the 7th row. Peter Brees and Brandon Hall in row number 8. The 9th row, Jim Butcher and Ricky Johnson. And on to the back row, Steve Nicholas and Dean Gagliano. So 25 laps for our feature. Cautions will be on. Caution laps will count. Caution laps take a very long time here. So if these guys can keep it clean and green, zip right through this thing. Don't forget show number 2 of limited late models right back here at USA in about 15 minutes after we finish this one. Maybe less than that. Maybe about 10 minutes after we finish this one. All right, next time down the front stretch, green flag will fall. A-Main will get underway. Hales Corners Speedway Sim Racing League. All these guys somehow interconnected locally with each other, and they all have ties to the old Hales Corners Speedway. Burnside and Schilling on our front row. Johnson and Konjerski in row 2.
Green.
Pace truck is in. Green flag is out. A-Main is underway. Good side-by-side battle into 1 and 2. Great start for our front row. This time Burnside slides it out all the way to the outside. They are 4-5 wide now down the back stretch at the exit of turn 2, and Konjerski squirts through there and picks up the lead. Says, thank you, two, for making enough contact to open it up wide enough for me to get there. Here comes Andy Gross in 5th now, up on the top side, outside of Chris Johnson, inside of Burnside. Chris Johnson across the track into Burnside. This should give us a caution. We were watching when that happened. That got pretty interesting pretty quick. We're going to watch the 112 of Chris Johnson. Something happens down here in 3 and 4. The car just doesn't turn. Oh, and then he kind of gets into the left front of the 14 there, as Gross was right on his outside on the right rear corner, and that straightened out the car. So Burnside's car, front end mashed up. Your points leader, Reed Rundle, mashed up in that deal as well. He had nowhere to go right here. Clips Burnside's car. It spins him out. So those two will be headed for the back. Burnside already in the infield. I don't think the 55 car will be able to continue. So we'll set up our top 10 right now. Kinjerski, Schilling, Gross, Johnson, Fisher, Brunner, Matson, Tackman, Sobiek, and Peter Brees. So we may see, for the third straight night of street stock racing, shake up in the points in the top 3. As your points leader now, 19th, started in the 7th position. Involved in the lap 1 incident all the way back to 19th. Needs a good recovery here. But second in the points on the outside of the front row, the 1 car. And third in your points is in third on the track right now. So going to be 20 laps to go. When we go back to green, they start to form up 2 by 2. Kinjerski and Schilling will get us restarted. Pace truck about to take the hard left. Green flag about to drop.
Green flag, green flag.
2 by 2 all the way back and down into turns 1 and 2. So they start to spread out. Schilling off the top side may have the lead temporarily. Kinjerski trying to fight back. He isn't going to do it. Oh, you saw Brunner get out of shape, slap the wall right there. Schilling's got the lead. Johnson is second. Fisher third. Kinjerski, then Gross. And caution once again further back in the field. Gonna say that's the 17 car of Dean Burnt. I think I'm right. Down the back stretch, you saw Brunner clip the fence. Now Burnt down on the inside, slides up a little bit, got into Tackman, and just kind of lazily spun the car around. I don't think there's any real damage to the car. Very light contact, and he just got it whipped around. So little changes at the front. Kinjerski went from the point to 4th before all that happened. Schilling, Johnson, Kinjerski, Fischer, Gross, Matson, Brees, Brunner, Tackman, and Trito. Kyle Trito breaking into the top 10. Just a fan there, John? It's good to be a fan of anything right now. We've had so little to cheer about this year. It's good to be a fan of anything, really. So the 55 of John Burnside, still our only retiree. Dean Burnt, the 17, last caution, tagging the tail end of the field. Dean Gagliano, 18th. Reed Rundle in 17th, your points leader. A lot of work to do, especially considering the damage on the nose of that car. Ricky Johnson in front of him in 16th. 15th is Steve Nicholas. Brandon Hull in the 14th spot. Jim Butcher 13th. Jason Enoch. A little shuffle in between 10th and 11th. Randy Brunner got 10th back from Kyle Trito. So the 64 car. Back inside the top 10. Schilling and Johnson this time off the front row. Andy Gross in 5th back there inside row number 3 with Matson right beside him. And being that far back has really got to put a bit of a damper on his restarts ability. That guy is the best in here at getting restarts every time. Pace truck is in. Green flag is out.
Green flag, green flag.
Another good start. Front row was pretty close to side by side. This time Fisher's going to poke his nose 3 wide. Down on the bottom. Schilling in the middle. Johnson on the top. Johnson had a pretty good run out the outside there. He is going to pick up the lead into turn 3. Schilling still in the middle of the track. Kinjerski is in behind on the top. It's tough to say who's got what till they get to the line, but Johnson's got the lead. Schilling is second. Kinjerski third. Fisher was 4th. Gross was 5th. Sobiek and Matson 6th and 7th. Good battle there. Sobiek now loses the nose of the car a little, opens up a spot for Brunner to get underneath. Not enough, though, for Brunner, as he is going to sit in 8th behind Sobiek. Still battling inside the top 5. Battle for the lead right now. Schilling got alongside Johnson. Still not able to do it at the line. Johnson by 3/4 of a car. 3 wide behind that with Kinjerski on the top, Gross in the middle, and Fisher on the bottom. And Kinjerski uses that outside line to take 3rd spot away, leaving Ryan Fisher and Andy Gross to battle for 4th and 5th. Now Gross with a power move inside in turn 3, and he takes 4th spot away. Trying to show his nose to Kinjerski right here. They head into 1 and 2. Johnson still right in front of Schilling. Best battle on the track, 2nd and 3rd, and then on back behind that, 3 wide for 5th, 6th, and 7th. Matson through the middle, up the hill, causes Fisher to have to check the 41 car up, move Matson up to 5th. Sobiek on the inside goes, contact behind.
All right, man, caution is out.
Brunner and Brees got together going into 1 and 2, and they stayed hooked up. So we'll take a look at this. Brunner in the front going in. Brees comes in low up the hill. Brunner got into Fisher. Brees got into Brunner. They got sideways. A little bit of contact from behind the 99 car of Hull. Got into the back of Peter Brees. So some changes as we get ready to look at the top 10. Great battles at the front. Johnson, Schilling 1-2, Kinjerski in 3rd, Gross is 4th, Sobiek, Matson 5th and 6th, Tackman in 7th, Fisher 8th, Butcher 9th, and Reed Rundle. Nice recovery thus far. He is all the way back up to the 10th position. Will be inside 10 to go. So the lights are still on the pace truck. So at least one more full lap. And then our 1 to go signal. Should get the 1 to go signal this time. Lights off on the pace truck. 2x2 formation. 8 laps to go when we get the green. Don't forget, top of the hour, or as soon as this one finishes up, we will move right on to our limited late model session. All right, 8 laps to go. Chris Johnson, J.J. Schilling restarting us on the front row. Andy Gross outside of row number 2. David Kinjerski on the inside of that row on this restart right here. Watch those two guys, 14 and 15 cars, and the green flag is back in the air. Gross gave Schilling a pretty good push right there on the start. Johnson through the middle now. Almost 3 wide. They are 3 wide. For 4th, 5th, and 6th, contact. Matson's into the fence. Schilling got the lead on the outside on the restart, and here comes the caution. I think this time might be the end of it for the 43 car. Oh, Matson come across and hooks him up into the inside wall. You saw the 18 car of Matson. 33 of Trito tumbling down the back stretch. We'll go take a look and look at that ride with the 33 car. He got tumbled down here. Numerous cars involved in this. Gagliano, Brunner, Hull, Reed, Matson. So without the nose, without the fenders, without the hood, that 43 car is doing what he needs to do. Going to keep racing for those points. He is currently scored 15th on the track, and he is in amongst a pack of heavily damaged machines. Ricky Johnson in there. Steve Nicholas is in there. Coming down to what is going to be about 4 to go when we get the green, it looks like. J.J. Schilling, Chris Johnson, Andy Gross, David Kinjerski, and Nick Sobiak, your top 5. I am unfamiliar with that Troy Vinny, but the more the merrier as far as I'm concerned. All right, shipping up 2x2. 4 to go when we get the green. Can Chris Johnson get the lead back away from J.J. Schilling? Can Andy Gross move from 3rd and pick up the win? Schilling 2nd in the points. Gross is 3rd in the points. Right now your points leader sitting back in 15th. So big a shakeup once again possible. Pace truck. Hard left, right about here. Green flag, right about here.
Green, green, green.
Good restart for Johnson. He may have an advantage down in 1 and 2 if he can get the car to stick on the top side. Schilling with power through the middle. Gross down on the bottom, not going to be able to get there. Johnson's got the run off the top side. Chris Johnson back to the point. Schilling 2nd, Gross 3rd, Kinjerski and Sobiak, your top 5. Now Gross takes the 14 to the bottom. Does he have enough to get there on Schilling? No. Gotta be careful. Kinjerski may try to take 3rd away off the top side. Schilling putting pressure on Johnson. Johnson was a little out of shape. Now Gross gets a great run out of 2. Moves into 2nd. He's got half a car length on Chris Johnson heading into 3 and 4. Takes the 14 in, brings it up into the slick, has to lift off the throttle, gets the car out of shape. Schilling's got to run. Side by side for 2nd down the front stretch. Kinjerski locked in behind that side by side battle. Still Johnson, and Johnson getting wider and wider in turn 2 each lap. Chris Johnson through 3 and 4. He's going to see the white flag first. Battle right now for the last 2 podium spots. Gross takes the spot away from Schilling. Moving Andy Gross to P2. He's got 4 corners. One more straightaway to get it done. Can he pick up the win and snatch it away from Chris Johnson? Out of 2, down the backstretch. Good run. Oh, contact. Schilling had a good run. He made contact. That opens the door for Konjerski. Johnson looks like he's going to secure the win. The battle's going to be behind him. Out of 4, Chris Johnson will win the feature tonight in the street stock portion of the Hales Corners Sim Racing Series. Andy Gross and J.J. Schilling, or Andy Gross and David Konjerski, excuse me, come home on the podium. Good battles there. These guys going to get ready for the late model portion of the show, but we'll bring our top 3 around. Wait for them to get parked down here on our front stretch so we can chat with them. All right, let's grab Mr. Konjerski. David, you there? The light is lighting, but I got no sound, buddy. Are you with us, David Konjerski? Got no sound from you, brother. Got your mic muted? Yeah. The light is lighting, but I got no sound from you, buddy. That's odd. I don't... Oh, there's TeamSpeak. Yeah, we're turned all the way up. I got nothing from you, David. We'll come back to you, see if you can get that fixed. Let's talk to second place, Andy Gross. Andy, you there? Andy. All right, this is too odd. I've got nothing from anybody right now. Hang on a second here. How about now? Andy, you got me?
Yeah, I got you. You got me?
Well, I hope I got you. I can't tell. I heard something there. You ran second tonight here, man. You started about 7th or 8th in this thing, and it looked like it was pretty tough sledding trying to pass anybody out there, man. How tough was this track?
Yeah, this is by far not my favorite track. It was really slick on the bottom, which I liked, and you know, it can make up some ground down there, but everybody's got a different driving style, and so braking points kind of get a little mixed up, and we get a little bit tangled up, but all in all, I'm glad I put her on the podium tonight.
Well, it's going to make a shakeup in the points. You were third coming in, and with Rundle having a little bit of problems, should move you, a little ways up. I don't know if he'll fall all the way back. I think he finished somewhere around 14th or 15th. But every single night, the points are very, very important since it's such a short season, aren't they?
Yeah, hopefully we can keep it going, keep the momentum up, and keep putting her on the podium. And I know we got 2 drop weeks, and any kind of padding we can get right now will help in the end.
All right, man, you're looking forward to the late model race here in a few minutes at this big old long paperclip?
Yeah, I just want to give a shout out to Henco Waterjet Supply, Nate Nowak, Dave Konjerski at Ski Graphics, and Paul Peterson at Shark RC Bodies. Congratulations to Chris on his win, and we'll see what we can do in the late model.
All right, man. Thanks for taking the time. Look forward to seeing you on the podium there in the late models, buddy.
Thanks, I appreciate it, Roger. And just want to give a last shout out to my wife. Thanks for letting me do this, babe. Love you.
All right, now let's grab David Kinjerski. We just talked to second place, Andy Gross. David, are you there?
I am here. Can you hear me this time?
We got you this time, buddy. Congratulations on a great run tonight. Pretty hard-fought battle there. You hung on to third. Talk to us about how tough the feature was.
It was definitely a lot of fun. It was definitely difficult. Jason Schilling charging on the bottom there, and Andy Gross coming up from the field, and he's always a weapon. So it was really good to see Chris won. Really cool dude. I'm glad he got a dub.
A fantastic night. You guys, big, long track, and it takes a long time to get down those straightaways. At the end of them, pretty tight corners. How tough is it to get in and out of these turns here?
Yeah, down the straightaway, you can play a whole Monopoly game with 8 players in its entirety. And then the corners, they come up real fast, and you definitely got to get off of it. Starting on the outside is nerve-wracking because you don't know if the dude underneath you is going to sail her in a little too hot or if he's going to stick her on the bottom.
Well, a great run, man. You're on the podium. Who you got shout-outs for, and we'll let you get ready for the late models.
Skis Graphics, that's my personal graphic design company, and MKE Laser Design. You can check us both out on Facebook.
All right, man. Well, thanks for chatting with us. Congratulations on a great run. We look forward to seeing you here in a little bit.
Appreciate it. Probably won't see me in the late models. I seem to be a one-pump jump.
Well, we'll definitely look for you. How's that sound?
Sounds great.
David Kinjerski comes home third. Let's bring the man of the hour, and I know he's got fans watching, and I'm sure he's going to give shout-outs here. Chris Johnson, you there, buddy?
Yeah, I'm here, Roger.
All right, man. A fantastic run for you tonight. You held these guys off. You fell back there briefly, but you're able to retake the lead. Man, talk to us about how much fun it was out there in the feature going back and forth with those guys at the front.
That was a lot of fun. Being able to run with Andy and JJ and David up there is pretty cool. That don't happen for me very often. So it was a lot of fun, certainly.
Well, we got a shout out to you from Maddie tonight. I'm pretty sure she was watching, and you pull off the W. Little inspiration there.
Absolutely. She's a big inspiration to all of us in our family. So want to say happy birthday to her and say this win is for her. Her birthday was a few days ago. She turned 12.
All right, a fantastic job, man. You got some shout-outs for some sponsors off the car there before we let you head over to the late models?
I want to say thanks to Scrub Dub Car Wash, GB Restoration, and Skis Graphics for sponsoring all of our nights and allowing us to do this and have this show. So really appreciate all that. And, of course, our admins that run this thing and all of our racers, too.
All right, man. Well, a great win. Congratulations, and we look forward to seeing you here in just a little bit in the late models.
Thanks, Roger. Have a good night.
Your winner in the street stocks, Chris Johnson. Andy Gross comes home second. David Kinjerski was third. R.J. Tackman in fourth. J.J. Schilling fifth. Nick Sobiek sixth. Seventh to Peter Brees. Jim Butcher in eighth. Ryan Fisher was ninth. Steve Nicholas comes home 10th. Jason Enoch 11th. Jordan Matson, after a really good run through the field, ends up with kind of a tough luck deal there, and he comes home in 12th. Ricky Johnson 13th. Randy Brunner 14th. 15th to Brandon Hall. Reed Rundle in 16th, and that guarantees to shake up the points as we head for next week. Dean Burnt was 17th. Kyle Trito 18th. Dean Gagliano in 19th. And John Burnside, our early retiree. So race 1 in the books. Chris Johnson picks up the win. Look to see if he can sweep tonight as we head over to the limited late models. That show going to be coming up shortly, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. Don't forget, here in just a few minutes, we'll be back with those late models. Once again, the Hales Corners Speedway Sim Racing Series. Guys having a lot of fun each and every Sunday night, so we're happy that they're on the broadcast with us here, and we look forward to bringing it to all you guys. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back shortly. If you can't come back, guys, until we see you the next time, keep it dirty. See you in a bit.